The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the company and its management. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guests do not reflect the host, the show, the management, and this station.
Hello everyone! Ito po ang inyong lingkod, Tita Sure Manuel. And of course, I'm so proud to tell you that right now, nagpapatuloy pa rin po tayo sa ating mga ginagampanan na mga media and productions. And of course, nasa filmmaking din tayo. And speaking of productions, nais ko kayong inyayahan dito sa aming Supreme Productions. Dahil po dito sa Supreme Productions, marami po tayo ditong mga ginagampanan. Kasama po dito ang pagde-develop ng talent. So, dito lang po yan matatagpuan sa Brick Road. Huwag niyong kakalimutan, Supreme Productions. For all your dreams to come true, why don't you join and see Supreme Productions for yourself? Again, the place is at Santa Lucia Mall here in Cainta. Thank you. Hi everyone. Hello all our special people and our special listeners and viewers to our program Special People, which comes to you live from Elizalde Broadcasting every day. Of course, in various hours, various time. Hindi po depende kasi usually I hold this program after lunch. Yung after lunch kasi very broad yan eh, di ba? Okay, this is your friend Rex Manuel of Elizalde Broadcasting, and as usual, this program comes to you live because we want to just, make people feel that they are special in their own ways. Okay? And speaking of special personalities, I'd like to greet, of course, newly met people. Meron po ako mga nakasama, but they're all from Kaanak. So isang general na lang muna ako. Isang general greetings to all Kaanak members. I was telling the founding president and maybe even the chairman of Kaanak that I feel more comfortable in calling it an association or the organization of the Philippine Heroes Dependants. Mahaba nga lang, no? Descendant, hindi defendants, ano ba naman yan? Descendants of the national heroes. If you have in your bloodline, in your family, you have a bloodline as a hero, as a national hero. Now, in my case, time and again, he would remind me, I'm talking about Willie Kichonko, he would remind me that I am a granddaughter. Wag naman hindi ako step granddaughter talaga ako. Yun nga lang, with the second family siguro in Samar, di ba? Because si General Lukman po, I know that he came from a different place but went to Samar, and when he was in Samar, he found a second family. And maybe dahil ako'y sa Samar, ang aming family tree comes from Samar, so yung father ko would normally tell me before that we are, along the lines, the bloodline of General Vicente Lucban. Ito yung hero ng Balangiga Massacre in Samar. Oo. So anyways, right now po, I'm here in the studio, syempre with my co-pilot Angelo Gonzalez. We're here. In fact, we were just doing something earlier on. These are all the things that we promised you would be the new beginnings of the Elizalde Broadcasting. And as a matter of fact, today, I just happened to, hindi ko sinasadyang madala, but nadala ko yung papers ng Jimboy Clowns wherein nakita po doon na when we were being sponsored before by Growing Up Milk and hindi pa muna po Goldilocks noon eh. Growing Up Milk, we had what we call a series of shows called The Best Way to Grow. And yung the best way to grow, this has something to do with not only physical growth, but because if you're talking of the growing up milk, it has something to do with physical growing. Kasi milk nga yun eh, growing milk. And so that was, of course, it's Abbott Laboratories that manufactures growing up milk. And during the time, pag pinagsama yan with the Jimboy Clowns Productions, kaya po, best way to grow yan is what is your best way in growing up. So if you're a mom or a teacher, siguro this is the best way of you, letting your children grow. If you're a mom, letting your real biological children grow up not only in terms of the physical growth but also of values. That's why we come up with values laden shows. That's why we come up with programs that are sort of next to the good manners and right conduct. Because what I understand is that during my time, there was GMRC in my curriculum. But later on, tinawag yata nilang Christian living yan. Or later on, I don't know if they're still doing that. I don't know if the children has values. But actually po, sa bagay, hindi naman sa children lang na correct ang values. Values should start, sa bagay, as a child. Doon yun eh. Doon kasi namomold yung minds natin eh. And we are given values-laden stories by our family, by our mom, our dad. So the family that is the first one that, creates that kind of environment wherein the children would grow, again, not only physically, but in terms of their mindset, in terms of their values. At yun po ang tinuturo ng aming mga series of events which are called The Best Way to Grow. Then we also had other programs like later on po, yung sa Goldilocks naman ito naman po yung tinatawag na Decorate Your Own Cake or DYC. Meaning, we're teaching the children how to decorate their own cake. Para naman, of course, aside from appreciating their own birthday cakes, kasi 'di ba, karamihan naman ng mga magulang kahit na minsan ay tipid-tipid lang sa mga ibang bagay pero they try as much as possible to come up with a beautiful birthday cake whenever it's the birthday of their children. So, Goldilocks has commissioned us to go around all the schools in the Philippines and teach the children to decorate their own cake. Okay. So, ito yung mga programa na, as I've said, can be done and we're going to really do that. And we have, of course, Elizalde Broadcasting is here. We also have Elizalde Foundation and we're going to do the best we can para ma-reach out natin again all the children in the Philippines and beyond. Ay, lagi kong sinasabing and beyond kasi sa television side natin, especially here at Elizalde Broadcasting, we reach this program reaches actually even the far-flung areas. But definitely we are reaching out to other parts of the world. So in the other parts of the world where there are Filipinos, especially we have a lot of overseas Filipino workers all over the world, then they have to somehow hear and know what we are doing right here in our own country, the Philippines. Okay, so yun po ang aking mga binabalita for now. However po, speaking of values, meron ho tayong mga valuable friends. We also have what we call the valuable sponsors, We have, valuable clients. So, maganda ho what's in store for you. Right here at the Lizalde Broadcasting, we're coming up with beautiful things for you. So, do stand by because we are at that point in time where when we are preparing the best for all of you. Actually, kanina nga may ginagawa kami ni Angelo, studying the whole thing na para tayo ay meron ng magandang format whenever we have broadcasters to join us, or broadcast producers, or just even advertisers. Because we can accommodate only advertisers. Yung advertiser lang, yung ayaw namang mag-broadcast. Ayaw namang makita siya sa television. Eh, ang ganda-ganda, meron kilala, ang ganda-ganda. Negosyante, pero ayaw namang makita siya. O, you can just be an advertiser. If you like yung mga products mo, o yung mga restaurants mo, or other businesses of yours, can be an advertiser with us. So what does an advertiser expect from Elizalde Broadcasting? E di syempre, kunyari po, example lang, kunyari ang aking produkto ay yung mga food na dinideliver, yung mga pwedeng parang food panda ba? Pero ito, instead na food panda, ikaw mismo may sarili kang pagkain. Kunyari, pansiteria ni Tonang ang pangalan ng negosyo mo. And they can order from you mga bila-bilaong pansit. Then what we will do is we will just, mention your name, mention the pansiteria ni Tonang, and then if we have a good layout, gagawin na yan ng layout artist namin. Kung gusto nyo, lalabas dyan, pansiteria ni Tonang, tapos telephone numbers na lang kung ayaw nyo nang marami pa tayong sabihin. Pero kung gusto nyo naman sabihin na kung saan ang sarap ng aming pansit canton, masarap ang aming pansit bihon, ito ay binabalik-balikan, o di pwede rin, no? That's what you call in advertising as a copyright. You do a good copyright of the advertising, no? Di ba? Iba rin ho yung copyright ng libro, ha? Para huwag kayong malito. Yung copywriter ng advertising, as in the word W-R-I-T-E-R, yun ho, copywriter, at yun ho ang ginagamit sa mga advertising. Yung copyright naman ng libro, iba namang copyright yun, di ba? The right, which is kunyari, the right to vote. O, di ba? R-I-G-H-T. Okay, so, di ba? I hope you're learning from me. The joke lang po, ha? Alam kong alam nyo na yan. Alam kong medyo, ako naman ay nagpapaalala lang. Just so we would know, because sometimes, ang totoo lang, na-overlook lang naman natin eh. May mga bagay-bagay na alam natin, pero minsan, nalilimot natin, or we take it for granted. So that's why I'm saying ganito. If you have a product to advertise, and hindi ka pa nakapag-advertise ever, why not try calling us up? Because if you do call us up, remember, meron na kami dito mga graduate ng marketing, ha? Meron pa nga kami, professor din ng marketing. So in other words po, we have the right people who could assist you or help you. For example, gusto mo maging mabenta ang iyong ice cream. Kunyari, di ba? Meron kang sorbetes ni Neneng. Yung sorbetes ni Neneng, pwede rin naman na kung if you're also an advertising copywriter, ganito, may hawak na ice cream yung bata at yung bata mukhang Neneng, di ba? So, pakita mo yung picture ng bata na may hawak ng sorbetes at yan ang advertiser mo yan ang commercial model mo ng sorbetes ni Neneng. Okay. O meron ka namang produkto na sobrang mapait. At yung pait na yan, yun palang nagpapagaling sa sakit ng tao. Eh, di ba? Di pwede ka rin, di ba? The king of bitter herbs. O, pwede mong gamitin yon. O kung gusto mong, di ba? Everything is bitter. O, di bitter, hindi better. But, ang atin pong sinasabi dito, kaya ho, may mga advertising agencies. At nung araw, one of the leading industries is, of course, advertising. Just to let you know, ang advertising po falls under the broad scope of Marketing. Ayan. Kaya sikat na sikat yung mga tao. Yan, sinasaluduhan ko yung mga advertising majors dyan, ha. Kasi ang marketing major, marketing major. Kasi yung marketing major po, under marketing, you have advertising, you have promotions, and you have sales. Yung sales, yung iba kasi nalilito, akala nila, sales and marketing is one and the same. No, ang marketing po is the bigger word. Marketing is the broader scope of it. Because when you say marketing, I'm going to offer my services to you as a marketing manager. I don't only sell you. I don't only sell literally selling, the actual act of, the process of putting in money and getting the service in return. That's selling, service. If you're selling a product, you give the product and you get the money in return. That's the actual selling. Kaya masabi iba, meron ngayong online selling. Yung marketing po is the broader one wherein the idea alone of having that business relies already in your marketing department, because the marketing has to imagine strategies to make your product saleable, to make your product within reach of people, and at the same time make your product attractive. So that's why you would now include their promotions and advertising. Now, promotions can also mean, like, for example, so that it becomes saleable, instead of you selling the ice cream for only one cone, one scoop, one cone. If you are promoting it, maybe you'd like to say, get one cone of the ice cream and get another one free. That's a form of a promotion. Okay? So we're teaching all that. Not only teaching, we're also reminding you that we can create ideas for you. We can come up with promotional gimmicks for you right here at Elizalde Broadcasting. And all you have to do is keep in touch with us. And if you're watching us through our live Facebook, then you could even comment right away so we can see that you are commenting. And speaking of that, I'd like to greet Vicente Malyapre III, or we call him Vice. Mataas na ho ang position nitong si Vicente dito sa Robinsons. So, medyo maglalambing lang ako. Mr. Vicente Malyapre, I am appealing to you that perhaps you could help us. We will be doing a lot of projects this year, 2022. We know times are better now than they were a few months back, because we know that somehow, kahit papano po tayo, we're almost back to normal, no? Or maybe this is what they call the new normal. But the new normal, of course, as I can see it, bukas na po yung mga malls, bukas na po yung, like for example, yesterday I was at Shangri-La Mall, and I saw how, things are almost the same as it was before, where people can just come in, sit down. If you want to buy something, if you want to enjoy your merienda right there I'm talking about the food plaza or the food court. Now, if you want to go inside Wendy's and order whatever you want to order. So we're almost there. So what I'm just trying to say is, this is the time for people in the media, people in advertising, people in even in filmmaking. You should be preparing now for bigger things, like our group of indie producers and directors. Indie will be having their press con, and then they were going to have also their awards night and things like that. So my dear friend Ryan Manuel Fabis, I know you're listening. I know you want so much to hear from me, but don't you worry about it, guys. I will be very, very active soon. Inayos lang natin where we are, and we are now at this point in time where we can really move on. And when we say we can move on, kagaya ng pangako ko sa aming kaanak chairman, Meron ho kaming, by the way, we're looking forward to this. We all know that August 29 is now the National Heroes Day. So on the National Heroes Day, we will just but pay tribute to all those who deserve to be awarded and given the chance to be recognized, being grandchildren or being descendants of other heroes or legendary heroes of the American Filipino War. Let's start with the Philippine-American War. Pero ang totoo po, meron din tayong, di ba, sabi nga, Spanish. Sabi nga, yung American War, ayaw nilang tanggapin. It's not a war daw between Philippines. But bakit ganon? Ba't ang daming namatay ng mga Pilipino, di ba? Meron namang isa, merong namatay naman. General Lawton, di ba? Parang, mahirap pong i-discuss lahat ngayon yan. Baka tayo, we're just touching a bit of history, but this is what we're gonna do. On the day of the event, or yung inaasahan na ganapin, magkakaroon tayo ng mga film showing, ha? May mga film showing po doon ng mga, well, maybe excerpts lang. Kasi meron tayo doon, a certain American naman, Black American, David Hagen. David Hagen naman po, ang nangyari po kay David Hagen, he was sent here to the Philippines, and he became a prisoner of war by the Filipinos. Baliktad ho, siya yung nakuha ng mga Pilipino, pero anong nakita niya? How he was treated by the Filipinos during that time. Yung alam niyo ba yung prisoner of war ka, pero pinakakain ka, inaasikaso ka, yung health mo hindi pinababayaan. So, doon siya natauhan. And when he realized, teka muna, almost kakulay ko tong mga ito. So, what happened to him? Naglipat po ang kanyang loyalty at doon na ho siya nag-sympathize sa mga Filipino soldiers. So, yung mga ganun po, no? These are tidbits of what the entire history of the Philippines is. Huwag niyong isipin na ang history only started with the martial law, ha? Marami akong kilala, no, na pagka pinag-uusapan, sabi, babaguhin daw ang history. Hindi ho babaguhin. Iko-correct natin, but when we say history of the Philippines, hindi ho nagsisimula yan ng martial law lang, ha? So, hindi ho doon ang pagbabago o kung ano man yung gagawin nilang version. Only people who were there and who have experienced has the right to talk about this. Pero ako naman po, yung sinasabi ko, syempre wala naman ako nung Filipino-American War, pero ni-research po namin yan. We're doing our own research. We're using books. We're using documentary films. Matter of fact, may mga nabasa ho kami, na-research namin from US itself, yung mga ibang Americans na hindi pinagtatakpan kung ano talaga ang naging kaganapan noong mga panahon na yon. So, yun po ang ating mga pwedeng talakayin, and I invite them also to join us here at Elizalde and have their own program. Sabi ko nga kay Willie, alam mo Willie, gusto ko naman yung pa-cutes ka dyan. Nag-iisip siya ng mga comedy na wala yan sa lolo ko. Ang tingnan mo, yung ginawa ng lolo ko, yun pong mga apo daw po ng mga veterano. Ay, veterano nga ba? Hindi, yung mga apo ng mga naging hero. Kunyari ako, malay ko ba kung ano naman ginawa ni General Lucban. Tapos sasabihin ko, wala ka, dahil yung lolo ko, ganito. Pero ang sa akin naman po, I'd rather put a serious note on that. No? That this is General Lucban. Because baka pang ginawa natin ganun ang approach, sorry Chairman, Chairman Willie, I'm just trying to be vocal about this. Baka pag ganung approach, akala nila comedy lang to, hindi ho tayo iti-take seriously niyan, di ba? Ako, I'm a very serious person, and I also expect people to be serious with me. Because if you're not serious with me, that's gonna be unfair, di ba? I'm serious, and then you'll take me for granted, what? So, ang sa akin, kaya ko to sinasabi, because if we are going to give information, we give information in a serious tone, para yung mga bata na nakikinig, o sino man yung nakikinig, will take us seriously, di ba? Kasi pag puro patawa lang yan, we come from Jimboy Clowns. Our clowns do clowning and makes children happy. How do we do that? We put in games. And there will be games. They run after each other or they have relays. But after the game portion, when we talk about nutrition, we're talking about nutrition seriously. We will tell the children what are the three groups of food. We have the go, grow, and glow. Then we tell them what are the go foods, what are the grow foods, and what are the glow foods. And by the way, it's now July and it's the month of nutrition. So you see, but we want to be serious as we impart information. Because you're imparting an information, people should believe the information you're giving. So that's when you become serious. And even if these are children, children will also take you seriously and therefore learn. And therefore, yun yung magmo-mold ng mind nila into what they will be in the future. Okay? So yun po yung sinasabi ko. And therefore, my invitation not only to Mr. Willie Kichongko, there's also other people that I'm inviting. Yung isa nga, there's a beautiful lady. I didn't expect that lady to be a farmer awardee. Babae ho siya na ang ganda at mukhang mayaman. Mukhang mayaman. Pero yung aura niya, hindi ho yung aura of success na parang mayabang ang dating. Hindi po eh. Talagang humble na humble pala that she is a farmer. In fact, tinuro niya paano yung mga seeds. Namigay po ng seeds eh. How the seeds will be used, no? Na ano daw, pipigain mong mabuti, basa pero kailangan not dripping. Basa pero wet enough but it can hold the seeds that ilalagay mo dun yung seeds. And every day in the morning as you wake up, yung mga seeds na yon, lagyan mo lang ng just enough water. Each one just enough water. Kasi wag daw hong lulunurin ng tubig. Kasi yung seed, hindi ho mag-sprout yung dapat mag-sprout doon, di ba? Sa seed. Okay. O, medyo may science yan. Ang farming kasi, syempre, is connected with science din, di ba? So, yan po. Maganda, marami tayong may expect. And I do hope that they will accept my offer, my invitation for them to join us here at Elizalde Broadcasting. In the same manner, I'm also inviting people who are doing business, even business of networking, you know. Ako lang, wag niyo akong imbitahin. Ako ang wag niyo imbitahin sa network business niyo. But this is also networking in my own way because what I do, I invite you here in our broadcast station, and especially if you learn how to broadcast as well and you do handle your own program, di ba? Di easy na lang ang networking sa inyo. Through broadcast, you can invite people. Yun nga hong kahapon na nag-i-invite doctor from Samar. To be more accurate, it's San Julian, Samar. Sabi niya malayo-layo daw ho yung San Julian sa Borongan, where my father comes from. But I do remember from my father that he also attended the school in San Julian. But anyway, whatever it is, because my father is no longer here na pwede kong pang konsultahin, I'm just trying to say that yun pong doctor na aking inaanyayahan, kasi po, ganito, he is an advocate of the VCO or the virgin coconut oil, which according to him, with the virgin coconut oil, wala na tayong kakatakutan, hindi na tayo matatakot that we will be contaminated with whatever viruses around. So I do hope that he can be invited here. We also offer him, if he wants to have a regular program, he can do this even once a week. And that's my offer to everyone. May I reiterate my invitation. Yung iba sa kanila, alam nila yan, kinukulit ko sila. Dito, no, di ba? Ang kulit ko sa cellphone ko. I keep inviting you because baka na-overlook nyo lang. Baka sa dami ng schedules nyo, hindi nyo na-realize that one solution to your very busy schedule is for you to have your own program right here. Kasi pag nandito kayo sa Elizalde Broadcasting, di ba? Kunyari nag-program ka ngayon, kahit the following day, wala ka nga, pero alam namin na nagpo-program ka dito. May dumating dito, hinanap ka. It doesn't mean na wala ka dito, hindi na natin papansinin, hindi, wala siyang program. No, we can still attend to your guest and your guest would know that you are a part of Elizalde Broadcasting. And therefore, Yun na yung tinatawag na law of leverage. Okay? Law of leverage. And people who don't understand me, hindi ho ako nagkiklaim na wala akong alam sa networking. Grabe naman. Magyayabang ba ako para sabihin ko sa inyo na ang dami kong na-attendan na seminars, at hindi lang seminar ng networking company, kundi seminars ng mga famous networkers. May bayad ng seminar nila and I attend it because I want to learn. And I did learn, but I just really choose to go back to my own passion, which is broadcasting. So, hindi ko naman kayo yung gusto ko baliktarin. O sige, inviting nyo ako dyan. Ngayon, kayo inviting ko dito. Pero talagang ganun yon, because it works both ways. I am inviting you here because you might know, you probably didn't know, but now you might discover yourself that you're a very potential broadcaster. Di ba? Ako po, may mga kaibigan ako, members ng KBP, meron akong kilala, members ng National Press Club, at members ng kung ano-anong media groups. Pero ang gusto ko lang sabihin ay how many are really practicing professional broadcasting. Yung vloggers nga po, tinuturuan pa namin how to become professional vloggers. No? Hindi ho yung porket may cellphone kayo, on the spot, bigla kayong nakakita ng mga kung sinong mga tao dyan na gusto nyo ma-impress at makilala kayo, bigla kayong nag-TikTok sa harapan nila. Sorry ha, ang tingin ko doon baka mapagkamalan ho tayong sabi nga nung kaibigan ko ditong si Bobby, with difference. Ano mo yung with difference? May diferensya pala. Wag hong ganon, wag namang ganon. Let's all act to be professionals. Let's show professionalism in all our dealings. Ako, I am a part of the film industry, and I'm happy to say, and I'm proud to say, ang film industry po ay pilit na itinataas ng ating gobyerno to reach a higher level of professionalism. And I'm fortunate that kami, although we're only indie producers, we're now on our 8th year. Yung 7 kasi natalunan namin because of the pandemic. But 7 to 8 years, we are now celebrating our 8th year with the indie films. And you can see a director na kapuspalad pong pinanganak na meron siyang disability. But he is a very professional director. At saka meron po pumanaw na Director George Vale. Kaya pinagmamalaki kita, at kahit nakatalikod ka man or what, ipinagtatanggol kita because why? I saw professionalism in you, Direct George Vale. At saka yung bang director na hindi porket director ka. Ito po, I'm saying this, it's more or less a tribute to him na lang. Hindi porket director. Yung ibang director kasi, they think they have the license na mura-murahin nila yung artista o sigaw-sigawan nila yung artista sa set. Wag po, because artista nga po yon, at kayo, although director po kayo, umiinit siguro ulo nyo kasi nagdidirect kayo. But I saw in the person of George Vale Cabristante, no, na ang totoo, nagbe-mental block ako nung day na yon. I don't know why. Ang ganda kasi nung aking ka-eksena doon yung artista na batang-bata from Channel 7, starstruck ako pag nagkikita. Ang role doon dapat pagalitan ko siya dahil hindi niya ako binabayaran ng rental doon sa bahay. Yung bahay na rinirentahan nila, hindi na niya ako binabayaran. So, pero ang daming sasabihin nung character na piniplay ko dahil nga pinagtataguan ako and all. Na-starstruck ako pag nagtatago kasi yung artista, pag lumabas yung mukha niya, na instead yung ako yung maraming sasabihin. Pangalawa, ayan, inamin ko kay Director, hindi talaga ako sanay kasi. So anyway, ang ginawa ni Direk siyang nag-adjust. O sige, ano ba yung character? Pwede ho akong galit, pero yung mura ho na nagmumurang landlady po ako sa tunay na buhay at ang dami kong tenant na pinalis kung hindi ko ho inaway, hindi ko pinabarangay, hindi ho ako nangaway. I just want them to leave me alone. Parang ganito, if you're a tenant and you can't pay me, just leave me, 'di ba? Parang magandang ang pakinggan na di ba? Yung kung pwede lang kantahan niya ako ng I'd rather leave while I'm in love, 'di ba? Ganun sana, no? You just live. Wala na tayong magbabaranggayan pa. Hindi mo nga mabayaran yung rental mo sa akin. Magbabaranggayan pa tayo. Eh, di additional gastos pa yan, you know? So anyway, yung pong gusto ko lang sabihin right now, I'm giving tribute to all people that needs to be, you know, commended. And the late George Vale Cabristrante, although isang pelikula lang po ang nagawa ko sa inyo, ang pelikulang Upline, Downline, and ipagmamalaki ko po na isa kayong mabuting direktor at ako'y natuwa the way you directed me, you know, playing a part which I seldom accept. Meron ako mga challenging roles at ang challenging sa akin yung mga ganon. Pero yung mga, syempre, mas gusto ko yung mga role na teacher ako o kaya ang role ko ay kahit nakasambahay pa eh. Basta yung personality ko, kailangan gan. Bakit ko sinasabi yon? Kasi po ganito, hindi nga ako sikat na artista eh, di ba? Hindi naman ako si Vilma Santos, hindi naman ako si Nora Honor, di ba? So ang sa akin, ang katuwiran ko doon, kung ako ay makikita mo na palengkera doon sa pelikulang yon, ang mangyayari yon, hindi mo naman ako mapapanood eh. Siguro ang susunod kong pelikula, 6 na buwan pa ulit bago ako magkakaroon ng isang pelikula ulit eh. Eh di ang matatanda mo yung image ko na palengkera ako, di ba? So kung ang image ko, kagaya ho nung principal ako na ang kausap ko si Aramina and the husband of Aramina in that movie na ang anak nila ay maraming ginagawang kalokohan. As a principal, yes, I showed my strictness. I showed my firm decision that yung anak nila ay kailangan ko nang i-expel. Pero kagalang-galang pa rin po yung personality. So yun lang po ang masasabi ko. That's why I'm telling you guys, have your program here. Program po kayo dito, ano man ang inyong balak na program. Pag-usapan lang natin ha. Because like all the people that I talk with, kami, while it's true, we need also black timers or program producers. Pero syempre po, we will still qualify the kind of program that you will have to have here. Because yung quality is also important, di ba? Hindi man tayo magaling sa technology, pero at least mang mapagmamalaki natin, we have a certain standard or a certain degree of sabihin na natin quality of the program that we'd like to have, you know. So having said that, and having mentioned to you the Indie Film Awards very soon to come, and my invitations to would-be broadcast producers or broadcaster, black timer, whatever the category you'd like to be classified as right here, as long as I've said we meet certain standards, we will welcome you. So do keep in touch. Again, pwede nyo ako mahanap sa Facebook. Pwede nyo ring mahanap ang Elizalde Broadcasting directly. We have a Facebook page. You also can join us by being a subscriber to the YouTube channel of Elizalde Broadcasting. So as a subscriber, we will be very, very thankful if you could also invite friends. And if you could be a broadcaster here and add to the many subscribers. Kasi yung isa ngang iniimbitahan ko, ay nako, Bishop kuno siya. Bishop, sabi mo, milyon-milyon na ang iyong mga followers or members dun sa grupo mo. Minonitor po kita ng ilang araw. Bishop, mukhang minsan nag-e-exercise ka, 7 yata kaming nanood sa'yo, 7. Oh. So in other words, wag na ho nating sabing milyon-milyon. Kung 7 lang talaga ang tao natin, 7. But I tell you, I will be firm with my invitation. Sabi ko, kayo ang mag-join sa amin dito sa Elizalde Broadcasting. Hindi po ako ang pwedeng mag-join sa inyo at mag-TikTok tayong dalawa. If I wanna TikTok, I should have been doing TikTok start pa lang ng pandemic. May TikTok na po, pwede nang nag-TikTok na lang ako, di ba? But no, honestly, I go for professional broadcasting because I'd like to believe that I'm a professional and I'm a broadcaster. So having said that, and I can do more. I can offer you more. I can help you with the promotions, advertising, and a lot more. So join us here and we'll be waiting for you to start off. Pero act na ho kayo as soon as possible kasi July na ngayon. Nutrition month na. August po, next month, is buwan ng wika because Quezon's birthday. And at the same time, we are to celebrate the what we call the National Heroes Day. So, having said that, syempre, hindi ko na muna babanggitin ng September, October, November. Let's just talk about until August. So, I'll be seeing you in your offices, by the way. I am very, very happy to note that some of you, your offices are within my reach. So I can bring to you a formal proposal letter and we can sign in your contract and we can let you start your program right away. So having said that, this is your friend, Rex Manuel of the Special People of Elizalde Broadcasting. Bye now. Thank you.